My name is Eleanor Brooks. I am 69 years old, and I live in a small wooden house by the river. It's quiet here, too quiet sometimes. The kind of quiet that remembers every voice that's gone. On the back of my chair hangs a blue sweater. It's a little old, frayed at the sleeves, and it smells faintly of lavender. It belonged to my daughter, Lily. She used to wear it every winter, even when it was too small for her. She said it made her feel safe. Now, I keep it where I can see it every day. Because when you look at that sweater, it almost feels like she's still home. Lily was born when I was 34, after years of waiting, hoping, and the heartbreak. She came into my life like a sunrise after a storm. She had her father's eyes and my smile. And a laugh that could pull anyone out of sadness. When she was little, we would sit on the porch and paint the sky together. She always said she wanted to be an artist, to paint the world better. Her father, Michael, was a quiet man. He built her a small easel from scrap wood and he told her, "You can draw anything, just promise to always draw something true." When Lily turned 18, she moved to the city to study art. I remember the day she left. She wore that same blue sweater, even though it was spring. She waved from the bus window until he couldn't see her anymore. For weeks after, the house felt hollow, like it was waiting for her laughter to echo through it again. At first, she called every evening. She'd tell about her classes, her paintings, and the friends she'd made. Sometimes, she'd send photos, bright splashes of color on blank canvases. But slowly, the calls became fewer. "Sorry, Mom, I'm busy." "Sorry, Mom, tomorrow." I told myself it was fine. That's what happens when they grow up, they get busy living. Then one day, a small parcel arrived. Inside was one of her paintings, a girl sitting by a window, looking out at a storm. On the back, she had written, "For you, Mom, because you taught me how to wait for the sun." I hung it above the fireplace. That was the last thing she ever sent me. A month later, there was a knock at my door. It was late, the kind of late that only brings bad news. A man stood there, holding his hat in both hands. He introduced himself as Officer Raymond. He said there had been a storm in the city. A car had skidded off the road near the bridge. There were 2 people inside. One of them was my Lily. For a moment, everything went silent. Even the river outside stopped moving. They said she was driving home from her art studio. That she tried to brake, but the road was too wet. That she didn't suffer. He wanted to scream, to ask why, but all he could do was stare at the officer's lips moving, the world fading behind him. When he left, he sat down in her old chair. The blue sweater was still draped over it. He buried my face in it, and it smelled like her paint, soap, and the rain. That night, he fell asleep holding it, wishing he could trade every breath left in me just to hear her laugh once more. Days passed, then weeks. People came and went, bringing food, flowers, condolences, and silence. When they left, he talked to her sweater as if she could hear me. "Did you finish your painting, sweetheart? Are you warm where you are?" One morning, while cleaning, he noticed something in the pocket of her sweater. A folded piece of paper, worn, almost torn. It was a sketch of me, sitting by the window, smiling. And beneath it, in her handwriting, "For the woman who taught me what love looks like." That's when he cried, not from sadness this time, but from something else. Gratitude, maybe, because he realized she had left me one last painting. And it was me. Now, every morning, I sit by that same window with a cup of tea. The blue sweater rests on the chair beside me. Sometimes the wind moves it just a little, as if someone is reaching for it. And when the sunlight falls across her painting, I swear I can hear her voice. "See, Mom, the world's still beautiful." I smiled then. Because even though she's gone, her art, her love, her truth still colors my world.